Ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy Davey Dangerously coming at you once again, as always, with my brothers Dan the Beast Salazar and Rated R Salazar, the Brothers of Destruction. Welcome to episode 26.
26.
Man,
what's up, guys?
That's good. Excited. I know it's a big show.
We're over that quarter mark.
Yeah, man, we're almost there. Man.
We're almost there.
We're almost over the hill.
There.
Well,
yeah.
anyway, but
He's already on there.
So this is episode 26. Yeah, old Pops over here. Finally, Ultima Lucha Dos.
Yes.
Man.
Our episodes have aired.
Man.
Did you see their pretty mugs on TV?
We
See
were
these
all
faces?
over that.
See these faces? Last week? Yeah, I was on that.
Last week's episode and
This week's episode, yeah.
Us and Carlos, the Hulk Hogan tattoo guy.
So
He's not as pretty, but...
Oh, that guy's beautiful.
Shout out.
It was awesome to finally see it live, see all the vignettes, all the backstage stuff that they do, just to see it all together. I am disappointed though, because during the Mac Brian Cage fight, they hella edited that, and they did not get to see you with the pinata.
There's a luchador pinata. I don't know if you guys noticed. There's a luchador pinata that the Mac brings out, and throughout that match, one of the fans, it gets thrown to one of the fans on the side right there, and he has it, and so Dave's like, "Can I get a piece of that? Can I get a piece of that for my brother?" So he's wanting to get because Daniel didn't make it. So he gets the piñata and he tears the piece of the stomach off.
Square, you
tears
know?
the square of the stomach off just for a little, memorial for Big D over there. And I was like, fuck that. I took the head. I took the head and I shook the shit out of the head. And they recorded me. The camera was on me forever. So maybe they'll save me for part 2 or part 3. Maybe they'll integrate me in there. And have me in there, so I'm hoping I didn't just give away any part of that. But I still, to this day, have that head. I dated it. I put who the match it was by, and I have it put away in one of my Tupperware wrestling memorabilia boxes. That's cool. And it's one of my favorite possessions.
Matches. Ultima Lucha Dos with Son of Havoc versus Tejano Jr. in the bar fight. That match was awesome. Cage versus Mac tore the house down. As always. Great to finally see it. Hopefully we'll be in a future episode. I know we all went to another set of tapings.
That probably aren't going to air until next season.
Because that was season 3.
Yeah.
So that was like in the middle of the season. So we'll keep you posted just like we kept you posted on these.
Yeah.
So
I'm super excited though for the final Ultima Lucha Dos.
It's coming up.
Part 3. Featuring Matanza versus my new shirt here, repping the new shirt, here.
Yeah, oh yeah.
We did not get to see that. That was the day after our taping, but I heard.
I'm excited to see Pentagon Jr. versus Matanza, so that'll be good.
Oh man, those two.
I heard that the Mysterio Puma match.
Oh yeah.
Is something that's gonna be freaking in the history books. In the history books.
We
don't know the results. We haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, I stay spoiler alert free.
We don't
spoiler free on.
And we won't spoil it for you guys either because we don't want to be spoiled and we don't want to spoil it for anyone else. But I heard that match is insane.
Well, I mean, look at it. Come on, Mysterio and Puma. It's like.
And that gives me hope because Mysterio is my age. And we were born the same day.
Yeah, but he started at 13 years old. You can't start at 40-something years old. You have no hope.
Well, speaking of another great match,
keep hope alive.
Another great match, the Final Deletion.
Oh,
how horribly awesome was that
Final
match?
Deletion?
You know, I got something to say about that. Matt Hardy he's been all over the world. He's been a champion in every.
He's done it all.
He can literally rest on his laurels and just be a cash cow and collect his money. But for him to keep reinventing himself. And going out there and doing that Brother Nero stuff with that, and even Baby Maxwell with a little streak in his head.
The streak in his head was ridiculous.
That was the best. I commend the Hardys for that. They
Yeah, man.
They should have every show of Impact at the Hardy Complex, and I would watch that shit. At the compound, I said complex, excuse me. At the compound, and yeah, I would totally watch that. And
it was nuts, man.
It was the drone with the hologram.
Yeah,
the dilapidated boat.
Senor Benjamin as well.
What's wrong with you?
Oh, yeah. What's wrong with you?
But out of all that craziness, the highest TNA rating in a long time.
So basically, what Matt Hardy said, I don't know if you guys watched that little interview he did on his website. He was out of character. He's just Matt Hardy, and he said that his broken Matt Hardy character is trying to reach a wider audience. You know, because people watch Impact Wrestling who are wrestling fans. And what they're trying to do is reach casual fans to change it, and they're like, "What the hell is this?" and stop and watch it. You know.
That match has been talked about everywhere.
Yeah. So he's there. He said they're going for something new, something different. So I mean, you got to commend them for trying. Whether, no matter how fucking weird it is, you know.
And it's weird. It's like a damn Muppet show.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Matt's God knows what horrible accent. I don't know if it's English or
it changes.
Yeah, and he probably thinks he's doing a real good accent, huh? He probably thinks he's doing a real good English.
It's North Carolina English.
Proper English accent, but it's terrible. But and Jeff Hardy is a horrible actor.
Yes.
But they make it work.
You know, one of my favorite parts was when like the drone flies to his house and he's swinging at the guitars, and then he decides to go get on his bike. He's like, "Oh hell no!"
That's a great part.
Yeah, that was.
And they show him reaching for the drone with his motorcycle.
Yeah.
Great television. I loved
it. It was horrible, but
it was great.
But no, I'm just gonna say.
See, it's horrible, but you watched it 3 times?
That's what I was just gonna say. It was horrible. But before this match, how many times have you guys watched TNA this past year?
This is my second time. I got popped surprisingly all of a sudden on my channel. I watched the one where Mike Bennett beat Eddie Edwards for the X Division title. That was a couple weeks before the Final Deletion. Second time since last year.
And I not only did I just watch the main event, I didn't watch the Final Deletion, but I watched the whole episode. I sat there beginning to end and watched it. And it was actually really good. I mean, there's a few things that are like, okay, Mike Bennett on my TV a couple times a night. I don't care, you know. It's like whatever. I love Eddie Edwards winning the title back only because I'm a fan of Eddie Edwards. But I don't see there was no build to this. Now Eddie Edwards is going to wrestle Bobby Lashley next week, and
how does that stack up?
There's no and it's a main event of a pay-per-view or pay-per-view whatever show. So there's lots of holes. You know, Billy Corgan doesn't need to be on TV. It's like all these holes.
He looks like shit.
You know, so there's still.
He looks like a smashed pumpkin.
Well, you know what? I can't wait to watch TNA. Only on the network. It will happen, trust me. Eventually it will happen.
You're probably right. I mean, it's like, I don't know what else to say.
If they bought WCW for $2.8 million, can you imagine the deal they'll get for
TNA?
Jeez.
Under $1 million. 800,000.
800,000.
That shit on Blue Light Special.
Speaking of TNA though, did you guys hear the rumors about Moose?
Yeah.
Moose.
I'm a fan of Moose.
Yeah, Moose.
He liked my tweet. I like Moose.
Yeah, he's going. Awesome. He's leaving Ring of Honor, or supposedly his Ring of Honor contract is up. He's not necessarily leaving, but if you don't know Moose, according to dirt sheets, you know whatever, Moose there was a lot of interest from WWE, and he's been kind of posting some teasers. Him and Apollo Crews hanging out. Hanging out with the crew at the Performance Center and stuff like that. So it was like almost like, okay, it's a lock. He's going to WWE. Well, now TNA, I don't know where they're getting all this money from. Maybe from
these ratings, from the Final Deletion.
Oh, right. But they supposedly offered Moose like a multi-million-dollar, multi-year contract. So I don't know that he's accepted it, but he's at least contemplating it. So Moose could be in TNA. So
get that money, kid.
Yeah, man. And TNA is lacking in a lot of places. Talent isn't one of them. They actually have a lot of great talent there.
They just don't have direction.
Yeah, a lot of young guys. Trevor Lee, Mark Andrews.
They need to bring the ring crew in. and we don't have this in our notes, and I want to touch up on this because I forgot, and I just totally remembered it right now. We were talking about with Matt inviting Jeff to the compound. what do you think about the Wyatt family inviting the New Day to the compound? Yeah. Are they kind of borrowing?
Thank you. I wanted to talk about.
Are they kind of borrowing on that story? Woods is scared. Yeah. I mean, what is there? Are they borrowing on the storyline, or what do you guys think on that? What's
I don't know where it's going, and I actually am, and that's one.
I'm intrigued.
Yeah, that's one of the things I'm really intrigued about with WWE right now. It's kind of in a weird spot right now. We're still a couple weeks away from the pay-per-view, so they're not necessarily building hard towards it. And so it's kind of like in a middle stage, I think, a couple episodes. Like we had the holiday episode of Raw was kind of, it's a holiday episode.
It's a feel-good episode. Yeah. Zack Ryder gets the win.
Yeah. But that's one of the things that I was really intrigued about. I think Woods is great. I think he's a way better actor than both Hardy Boys.
Right?
But yeah, I think it's cool. I think it's a good build to something. We don't know if it's going to be Woods joining the Wyatt family, or Woods just leaving the New Day, or the New Day breaking up, or whatever it's going to be.
Harlan breaking, baby.
Right? I mean, the brand split's going to happen, so you never know. You could go on different shows.
Studios has an expiration date?
Dude, I didn't check the box, but I have not seen the expiration date. Just saying.
But Woods is, everyone knows his. You probably know his background. He's a super intelligent dude. He's a good actor.
He's even got his own YouTube show.
Yeah.
He's our neighbor on YouTube.
Yeah. Go check him out after this.
Yeah.
But
and then come back to us.
He's super, like I said, super smart guy, super talented in the ring. He's got a huge future ahead of him, I think.
We loved him as Consequences Creed.
Shh. We don't talk about that. But no, that would be. I actually think it would be really cool to see him in the Wyatt family. I think that would be a different dynamic.
Yeah.
He's not a big hulking, scary dude like those guys are, but I think he can bring it in a different kind of way. And it would show that those big white guys aren't racist.
Right. Unless they use him as their page boy or something.
Well, speaking of WWE, CWC is coming up.
Yeah.
July 13th.
Did you guys watch the Bracketology?
Oh man, bits and pieces.
Yeah,
so good.
That was really good. If you haven't seen it, check it out on the network after you watch this. It's the Cruiserweight Classic Bracketology.
Talk about feel-good stories.
Yeah, man. It really it shines a light on a lot of guys that you may not know. Some guys that we do know, of course, Zack Sabre Jr., stuff like that. It's cool to see them talk about Tajiri again. But man, what about TJ Perkins' story?
Oh,
it's something we were somewhat familiar with, but for them to show it like that, and to show it really, to show all the struggles he's been through for so many years. He's still such a young dude.
He's so young.
But
he's been 30. He's barely 30.
Yeah, he's been wrestling. Daniel Bryan said he's been wrestling longer than I have. And Daniel Bryan's already retired, and this guy's still, And he's kicked ass for so many years. He's always been one of my favorite dudes.
Yeah. Brian Kendrick.
But man, such good stories on TJ Perkins, and then like you said, Brian Kendrick. It's like, man, you said he's 37 years old, and it's like this is his last chance, last shot to shine. I don't see Brian Kendrick winning the Cruiserweight Classic, unfortunately, but it makes you really pull for him, as a guy, as a person, he's cool.
He started off with Daniel Bryan, trained by Shawn Michaels. He's training people now.
Yeah, he acknowledged the fact that he's made mistakes in the past. He said he got fired for WWE. He called himself a monster, I think he was. He's like, I was being a monster. He acknowledged.
He has great jackets, though.
Yeah, that new blue one is nice.
Wow.
Yeah.
Killing it, bro.
So, man, I'm super, super pumped for the Cruiserweight Classic. It starts.
I saw the trophy.
Yeah, they showed the trophy.
Trophy's gorgeous.
So, I don't know when you're watching this, but it's starting next Wednesday, July 13th.
So, by the time this gets posted, it starts tomorrow.
Yes, we get it. I take too long to post the video.
I'm old and he takes forever.
Yeah, funny jokes. Anyway, next Wednesday from where we're filming, so July 13th, will be the start of the Cruiserweight Classic. So I'm so trying to stay away from spoilers on that.
I have not.
If you know spoilers, shut the fuck up. We don't want to hear them.
Full Lucha Underground disclosure on this.
Yeah, exactly.
So NXT, Hideo Itami
is back. He hasn't come back on TV, but
it was a house show.
He's back on a house show. That was super exciting. We're big fans of Itami. I actually thought he was going to come back in the Cruiserweight Classic.
That would have been sweet.
That would have been awesome.
Yeah,
that would have been awesome.
But he's going to be back hopefully soon on TV. And from what I hear is that they're actually really pushing for him to be like their headlining guy, their main guy. I know he's been working on his English. He was already doing pretty good, so he's probably done a lot better. Hopefully he's good at English as John Cena is at Mandarin Chinese.
Wow.
He's all, well, hello there. My name is Hideo Itami.
Where are you from? Well, hello there. My name is Hideo Itami.
That's all he knows.
Just pop me. But yeah, they're looking for him to be one of the major faces of NXT because Finn Balor,
that's what we call him.
Fowler.
We call him Fowler.
Yeah. Finn Balor, Samoa Joe, and Shinsuke Nakamura are all supposedly going to be moving on up.
Speaking of those two names, the first one and the last one, you said they're going to have a kick-ass match next week.
Yeah, Nakamura.
Next week on NXT, you guys got to tune in because both those guys right there are fire, and they're going to burn the house down.
What do you guys think about Tommy being like a major face in NXT? You guys think he's...
I can see it.
Oh yeah, I can totally see it. His talent, his skill set, his move set. Like you said, if he can get that English down.
Yeah. I actually feel like the injury might have been like a blessing in disguise.
Oh yeah.
He was in NXT for a short time, and it was already feeling a little bit stale to me. In NXT, it was kind of like they weren't sure if they exactly wanted to push him to the main event. He was kind of in that thing with Tyler Breeze at the time. It was like this weird, they weren't main event guys, but they were holding it down in the ring. So I think now, with him coming back soon, I think he can be in the main event.
Starting fresh.
Yeah, starting fresh. Him versus No Way Jose.
Him versus Austin Aries.
No, actually, yeah, I think that's probably what they're going to do. Him versus Austin Aries would be a good feud.
So, Hideo's back.
The boss is back, too.
The boss is back.
Yes, I've been waiting to talk about this. God dang it, finally, man.
Yeah.
I love to see Sasha Banks on my TV.
She's awesome.
Not on Superstars. She's not on the network. She's on Monday Night Raw.
Monday Night Raw.
And SmackDown.
And SmackDown.
Maybe she's going to be exclusively on SmackDown.
That's what she wants.
That's what she wants. Eddie Guerrero did it. That was her hero. And that's what she wants. And they're pushing her for her. And her and Charlotte are building up something.
Yeah, supposedly that's going to be the big SummerSlam match.
I was about to say, we're going to see the Battleground, we're going to see the SummerSlam, yeah.
Well, Battleground, I think...
It's like a tag team,
I think. It's a tag team match, yeah. Charlotte and...
Battleground also has the Club versus John Cena and Enzo Cass, which is great.
Yeah.
They stepped up, they're stepping up.
Certified G's and bona fide studs, man.
And you can't teach that.
That's right, yeah. I was actually really surprised to see that.
Yeah. So, another thing that happened on Raw was Rollins acknowledging Reigns' suspension.
Yeah, 2 weeks in a row.
First time that's ever happened. Usually it's like, you got an injury, he'll be back in 4 weeks.
Yeah.
When we see you back here.
Not this time.
Yeah, I was really surprised about that. And actually like showing his tweets up on the big screen.
Are they making it real? Are they working us?
Is it a work?
Life's a work. I don't know. We'll find out. I mean, obviously they're mentioning it.
Yeah, that was pretty surprising that they're actually acknowledging it.
Yeah, when they acknowledged that, I was kind of, whoa, that's pretty cool.
Talk about turning up that heat.
Yeah.
He was shooting.
Well, supposedly Vince wants to do this whole redemption story.
They're doing a 24.
That's what they say. I don't think that was
I think
real.
that
was
fake.
Rumored, yeah. I think that was a fake.
But no.
But it was based off of Vince's feelings from what I hear is that he wants to do this whole road to redemption storyline. I still don't think it's going to get people behind Reigns.
No.
At least by acknowledging it, they acknowledge the fact that he's a person. He's not super.
Yeah, they made him real.
So
we're all human. We all make mistakes.
Yeah. I just did some drugs right now. I'm just kidding. I didn't do drugs.
Accountability creep. Also coming up at SummerSlam, Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, by the time this is posted, it'll be it.
Tomorrow night on SummerSlam.
Also, Brock makes his UFC return this weekend against Mark Hunt. Yeah. So that should be great. It's now the main event because Johnny Bones Jones. Anti-doping caught him.
Talk about UFC on a ring crew show.
First time ever. But it's about a pro wrestler.
Okay.
Going back, so. We'll bring it up when Phil has his first fight, which we'll probably know like.
Phil.
Phil, you know. Yeah. Phil and Fowler. We're all gonna get together.
But yeah, we kind of quickly brushed over it. But yeah, they're Thursday night on SmackDown, which is what day that was. I'm not sure.
It's actually tonight.
Tonight. Thursday night SmackDown. They are gonna announce Brock Lesnar's opponent for SummerSlam, who, according to spoilers, has been announced as, spoiler alert if you don't want to hear, Randy Orton. So yeah, Randy Orton coming back. I don't know if that's the smartest thing, bringing a guy back from 7 months of injuries to wrestle Brock Lesnar.
This is his punishment. This is his punishment. Vince is like, God damn it, you're gonna come over here and you're gonna get your ass whooped. It's gonna be a squash match, and I don't see anything else. I see it being a squash match.
I don't see it being a squash match, but if he's gonna wrestle Brock Lesnar, he's gonna take a fuckload of suplexes, so that's probably not good.
Didn't he have neck and...
I think so, neck and shoulder surgery. So.
That guy gets almost as much hurt as Big Dave does at work.
Oh, yeah.
I had a little injury.
Our own Kevin Nash.
I took a shot in the eye. Yeah. I swollen up, so...
That's why we've been gone a while.
Yeah, you know.
We didn't want to record with sloth.
It was. Let me tell you, it was bad. We'll have to post it one of these days. It was bad.
But yeah, Randy Orton versus Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam. I think it'll be a good match. I mean, Lesnar's.
They have a history.
Always fucking.
Didn't they?
2002.
Yeah, they both debuted at the same time. So they got a bit of history.
From the OVW days, so...
I couldn't remember the word, thank you.
Taking it back to OVW.
OVW, that's right, thank you.
So we got a lot of stuff coming up. We got some local things coming up. We're not going to touch too much on it right now because it's kind of a lot. So stay tuned to our Instagram and Facebook pages and Twitter. We're going to do a Ring Crew calendar of events. We've done that before. It's a lot. We got a lot of stuff coming up. We got another special episode coming up. We're going to visit the Best of the West Wrestling Training Center.
Wow. That's going to be awesome.
We were invited, huh?
We were invited.
Yeah,
so
nice.
We're going to take a sneak peek behind.
We're not going to run into the wise guy, are we?
I don't know, you know.
It's kind of scary.
He is one of the trainers there, so I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how... He treated me like shit, but we'll see how he does these guys.
I think he'll treat his students.
He's gonna
treat his students a little better.
He's gonna demot him.
Yeah. Don't ever say that. So he won't do that, guys.
Wise guy's awesome.
I'm sorry, wise guy. I'm just playing.
He just like to play around. He's actually a pretty cool dude.
Yeah. No, he's a great guy.
Yeah, we got a lot of stuff coming. He's a great guy. He's a great guy again. We got a lot of stuff coming up. We'll keep you posted on that. This does it for episode 26.
Go watch UFC 200 this Saturday. Watch the Cruiserweight Classic starting next Wednesday.
Watch that.
Watch Final Deletion again for the 5th time. Watch this episode again. Just keep watching all our old episodes.
Thumbs up. Like, subscribe.
I'll do all of that. Just like my brother said here, we got a lot of stuff coming up. It's a fun time for the Ring Crew. So, as always, do what you do, but whatever you do, don't mess with the crew. We will see you next time.
It's over.